you see, even angels do not have what we have. Thus, God was loving us so much, and many angels were envious and did many wrong things. So God had to banish them to a lower existence. But then the angels were also empowered by God after their created existence. Thus, they still use so much of their force in a negative way to put humans into a lot of trying situations, struggling circumstances, and challenging tests. Because humans were born already outside of God. Though we still have all this God power to a little lesser degree, we're still stronger than angels. Still, humans were put into the physical domain without being trained, without much preparation for the hardship of life ahead. Perhaps we have been trained. Perhaps we have been told what to do in heaven before we jump into this clothing of the physical body. And then we forgot. Jumping when we got inside this physical suit, we forgot what we have been instructed, what we have been told, how to deal with all kinds of situations, as we have so much power inherited within us. But then, you see, we have forgotten. So now we wonder why, if God made us into His own image, then why are we not like God? We're so humble, we're so struggling, we're so weak, so ignorant, and we do not know much about anything else except this physical world where we have to work hard to earn our living, to survive. We do have some creative power, as we can see, but we took it all for granted, like we can make children, yes? And we can have intelligence. We can change a wild piece of land into a very fertile field, bringing food and nutrition to all others around us. For example, yes, and then we can invent this and that super high-tech airplanes, cars, rockets to the moon, super international internet, for example, the telephone that we can talk to each other face to face from thousands of miles as if we were right in front of each other. That's what we have. But we have much more hidden within this little physical body that most of us have not discovered. Up to now, heaven told me there's none who has discovered all these marvels within the physical body. I also did not know much about that until recently. Yes, it's a new discovery again. Whoever comes to this planet will forever be learning, yes? As far as the situation dictates to us, we will discover magical powers hidden within our very humble self. I have just made some examples for you to see how you use your physical body in some simple postures that has been popular already. Probably that was all that was left over from the ancient discovery from some wise master. There are numerous more. But even in this physical body, we don't have enough time to use them. If I have to choose, for example, which one to use for example, then I have to see in what situation I need to use what. Yes? And some of the power of the body. It's not the body actually, meaning the power that is hidden in the body. Just as electric power is hidden inside the electric cable, for example, like that. Yes? And even just to say a simple computer, there are so many apps, so much information, so many things that sometimes the computer owner doesn't know how to use all of it. Just talking about machines like computers, then you might understand more about the physical body. The physical body is like an instrument within which there are all numerous pieces of useful information that most people don't know yet. So many, that even if we use the whole lifetime doing nothing much, we might not discover all of them. But God gives us, or at least gives me whatever I need. That's all. I don't have to use all of them. I can, if I have time. But I'm so busy most of the time, I only have to pick whatever I need in certain circumstances where I can't do otherwise. Yes? If you discover, for example, all this power hidden in the body, in your fingertips, in your toes, in your hair, in every little millimeter of your body, and use it only for your own benefit, or maybe your family, couple of people, then you be like living in heaven. At least some heavens, yeah? Maybe not the highest level heavens, but your life will be comfortable, smooth, happy, easygoing, no? But if you use it for bigger, multiple group of people, then you might not be able to handle it all. For example, as I told you, like the way you sit with complete cross legs, with the thumb and the index finger put together and all the other fingers stretch out and toward the front. Then you can control your emotions perfectly, if you want to, whenever you want to. Yes, so that you can maybe calm down in every trial or heartbreaking situation. Yes, but that is for you only. So you can use these instruments for yourself. But there are some others which I may not disclose to you. Maybe one day, who knows? Maybe in the future, when the world becomes better, and maybe humans become purer in their hearts and follow a more compassionate, merciful way of life, loving each other like loving their own selves, then perhaps God would allow me to reveal more of the secrets hidden within our physical, humble bodies. Yes, but not yet, because it might harm people if they don't have enough purity to handle the tremendous power of it. There are of course, more gestures that will facilitate different powers for you and for a greater number of people to use. But it's not always for the whole mass of the world. You can use a little bit at a time, and it could help the world to some extent. And then it takes some time to help the world, like the bigger number of people, not just yourself or helping your little family. If you could discover this power that's hidden within your body, then you would believe what God has said in the Bible, that God made you in His own image. In His own image made He human. My God, imagine you are the replica of God's power. Imagine that. How great can that be? But most of us are made blind, deaf, dumb, because of the illusional Maya, illusional power in this world that overwhelms us. This power from these fallen angels that had so much power from God bestowed on them before humans even appear. God had made angels already. And these angels were making a revolution with God, trying to slander humans, trying to harm humans, to belittle them, were envious of them, and talk bad about them in front of God. Thus God had to exile them elsewhere, to the lower level. But still, they could not change. They did not repent, and they continue to test, to try humans in every different way they can, just to prove to God and to themselves that humans are nothing, that humans truly are not better than them, and nothing to be spoiled, nothing to treat better than even the angels, nothing to be respectful toward. But we are the crown of the creation. I can assure you that by my own physical and spiritual experiences. And Buddha said the human body is really rare to attain. Yes? Because within the human body, we can be enlightened. We can realize our God power within, our Buddha nature, the immense power of Buddha nature within ourselves. That's why after the Buddha was enlightened, he exclaimed, all human beings are like me. How come they don't realize it? Yes, that is our situation. If we are in heavens, pampered by God and loved by all angels and served by all higher beings, then we don't know much. We just enjoy the peace, which is fine too. That's why many beings, similar to humans, don't come down to the physical level. They contented with what they are and what they have. But some would wonder if there's anything beyond that. They would like to try. See? And the fallen angels keep provoking them to try something new, always telling them, now you are nothing. If you dare, you would come down to the physical world and see if you can survive. See if you can do anything to prove that you are the image of God. And some are tempted, and some come down. They want to know themselves. Because in heavens, you don't need to do a lot. Everything is done according to your wish immediately. Even in lower heaven, you live a blissful life already, not to talk about a higher one. Thus, if you want to try to test the testaments of God, like I am made in God's image, and I have all the power possible. Yes, that is fine. But in this domain of Maya, of illusion, they made it all differently, not like in heaven. So you will struggle, working hard in order to even survive here, not to talk about remembering yourself. So see in this situation, God the Almighty, the highest, the absolute, and other masters under God's instruction and guidance are sent down here, knowing the situation of humans seeing so much struggle in the sea of suffering on the physical plane. They come down, God sends them down to teach us, to show us the way home again, to show us how to use at least our connection with heavenly power in order to go back home. Yeah? Or to go to Buddha's land, wherever we wish to go. Go back home also means Buddha's land. Heavens, when I say heavens, I mean something above our physical level. Buddha's lands are also in some of these heavens.